After much reflection, I want to share that Tyler and I have been separated for several weeks now, and I have now made the difficult decision to end our marriage. While I had hope for mutual understanding and transparency in our relationship, it has become clear that our paths are no longer aligned, making it impossible for me to continue this marriage. This was not a decision I made lightly, but one I know is necessary for my growth and my peace. While this chapter is ending, I will always hold respect for the time and love we shared. I kindly ask for privacy during this personal time as I focus on healing and building a new future. Thank you for your understanding and support. Signed, Ashley. Baby, if you wanted privacy, you should not have went to people. You should not went to people. You should not went to people. You should not have made an article, baby, if you wanted privacy. You should not. Understanding, you may be able to get. You may be able to get. Some people might understand, but some people won't. Some people refuse not to. But privacy, baby, stop making public things. Stop making things public if you want privacy. What? Hello, thank you. People equal people in your business because you put your business out there for people to be into. In people. You don't want privacy. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want us in your business. You want us talking about your business. You want us to talk about Ashley a little bit more because Ashley 15 Minutes of Fame was almost out. You know what I'm saying? Because season 8 is coming up. Season 8 coming up. And so we're going to start talking about other people. However, Ashley wants us to still continue to talk about her. Well, that's true too. That's true too. And I'm gonna get to my manners in a minute, but that's true too. Now we must be supportive and understanding and all this stuff when we was told to mind our damn business. But like then and just like now, we ain't gonna do it. So here we are. Here we are. Hey y'all, welcome to another round. I'm your girl Jay, and we are back with Love is Blind season 7. Ashley. Okay, we back with Ashley. We supposed to be getting ready for season 8, but we back with Ashley because Ashley said, I know I told y'all shut up and mind y'all business, but I want y'all back up in my business. So please come back over here in my business. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a quick little chit chat about it because I know yesterday when I got the news, I was in and out of meetings. And then by the time I finally got out of my last meeting, Kojo had already started the live and I just jumped on his or whatever. But I just need to know who in my audience is going to get the book because the book will be coming soon. And I need somebody to let us know what happens in those chapters of the book. Surviving Tyler is a whole series, okay? We got a few people that's already written in this book already. It's a series. It's going to be a documentary. It might even be on Netflix. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Surviving Tyler is a whole thing. But here we are with Ashley's chapter of Surviving Tyler. Now, when we try to tell her, run, she didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? She just thought we was being black people in the audience at the movie theater just talking all out. So here we are. Here we are. And I hate to be the one that say, I told you so, girl, but big sis almighty gonna say, I told you so. Only because, I've been down similar roads. I know how it is to betray self. I know how it is to say, I want this, that, and the third because I want a better me, but still do the old me stuff. I get it. I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been desperate, though. That one thing I ain't never did. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't want no kids, let alone a kid, if I didn't want that, yeah. I wouldn't have settled. And I'm gonna tell you now, I don't give a how good the D is. I don't care how good the D is. And I ain't never had that fire. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't never had that fire. I don't even know if I had good D that would just make me do some dumb things that like really betray myself like that. I might keep you around. I might keep you around a little something, you know what I'm saying? But no. So this what I'm going to talk about is not a betrayal of anything but Ashley's self. Ashley talked about how loyal she is, this, that, and the third. But when I hear people say they're loyal, especially loyal to a fault, what are you loyal to? Because loyalty changes. Loyalty is fickle. The Bible teach you that how fickle loyalty is. Like seriously, loyalty is not there. And to be honest with you, the only place that you should be putting your loyalty in is God. So outside of that, man should never hold your loyalty. Man doesn't actually hold your loyalty, because if you have a friend and you have a man, which one are you really going to be loyal to? I got a friend of 15 years who has never let me down and all this stuff like that, but my man lied to me or what. It get confusing. Them loyalty lines get real confusing and all that stuff like that. So I don't listen to people when they say they loyal and all this stuff like that. Is what are you loyal to? If Ashley was loyal to herself, Ashley would not have been in this position, because her loyalty would have lied in her boundaries of, I don't want a man with kids. You dismiss a whole man with one child to end up with a man with 3 quote unquote secret babies, according to him. Baby, my loyalty lies in myself and my belief in God. I am loyal to the fact that I may change my mind on something that I liked yesterday. Today, I might not like it anymore. I am loyal to self when it comes to it. Ashley betrayed herself. Her loyalty is not as strong as she likes to believe it is. Or she puts her loyalty in the wrong things, meaning that she is not as wise as she believes she is. Because with wisdom, you'll understand where you should place your loyalty and how much loyalty you should give people. It's like, I don't even know. But anyways, welcome all y'all for being here with me. And as I go down this road, girl, what the is you doing? Here's another drink. Here's a stiff drink on me. We doing straight whiskey today, y'all. We on straight whiskey. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta reach. I'm gonna give her the mid shelf. I'm not gonna go all the way to the top shelf on this one. I'm gonna give her some mid shelf. You know what I'm saying? We gonna just get some mid shelf whiskey. Let me see, like, you know. I don't know. I don't even know. I feel like I should give her a Scotch whiskey at this point. Like I should really be like on doors or something like that, like a Scotch whiskey, you know, not a full glass of whiskey. Like, cause what are we doing, girl? We gotta take straight shots. Like we can't even pretend to have some cute little drinks right now. Like we gotta straight take shots and talk about this, cause sis. Had you not told us to shut up and dribble, you might not be on the sidelines watching the game with the rest of us. Like some of us are still in the game while you're on the bench. I'm just saying, you know, you're wise, but wise people listen to counsel. Wise people speak less, listen more. You feel me? 2 versus 1. Wise people do that. I don't understand, like when we sitting here telling you we see some things, why did your pride come before your wisdom? When we say, yes, sis, he's lying to you. I know you are a few months in, probably by the time you actually got this real information, because, you know, I do believe he was still withholding a lot of information, or he was manipulating the information that was there in a way that fits him to make her believe like, oh, that's a crazy baby mama. I've had somebody do that one to me. Crazy baby mama or whatever. We not messing around. I had somebody do that one to me. You know, we don't do that. Whatever the case may be. And you know, sometimes you choose to believe because you want to give a person a bit of the doubt. I want to believe that you are the person that you saying you are to me, that you're presenting. But your gut, and you can't tell me your gut didn't say something when he first dropped that bomb on you, because it was written all over your face. That all of those pampering things that you was doing to soothe yourself at those moments and all that stuff, it was written there. Your gut was telling you this is not what you want. Wait, hold up. Let me see what these DoorDash people talking about because my food is coming and I don't want to be hungry. Oh, outside my door. They here already? Y'all, hold on one second. Hold on one second. My food is here already. All right. Well, I like hot fries. So as I snack, we're going to act like we're at the bar with some drinks on a hot fry. I got my tea. I got some hot fries. We're going to have a girl chat. And fellas, if you in here, you know what I'm saying, y'all not excluded from the girl chat. We're going to have a homie chat. Okay. We got to talk to the homies like the homies. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley right now is the homie is down on her luck right now. So we're going to have a little homie chat. Anywho, like I was saying, fries good. I don't know. We got fries in the burrito chat. I'm on my little kick. Don't ask me. I don't like a California burrito, which is fries inside the burrito, but I definitely be want my fries on the side of my burrito. Now she is a case of I want to make the same mistakes and fall harder. Well, sometimes when you don't fall on your sword hard enough, you got to fall again. But I don't know. She went against her own boundaries, her own code, and that's giving me desperate. Y'all, I feel like I be saying this and I stress this enough. Love yourself enough so you don't be in a desperate situation making desperate decisions, because that's the worst place to be to make a decision. Don't ever feel like you're pressured by anything. I don't even care if it's your biological clock. Don't feel, because lately these women, I'm not gonna call them heifers because I almost did. That's the South in me. But these women be having babies all the way up until nowadays. So I want us to be in a space that we love in ourselves so much that we don't have to make rash, desperate decisions and feel pressured by anything or anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never been in a workspace where I felt like I was pressured. It's like, I'll get another job before you ever make me feel pressured about being here. Before you ever put me in a compromising position that disrupts and corrupts my morals, my better judgment. And I want people to be in that space of loving themselves that much, is that, you know what, it's okay to say you're a good person. You're just not my person. It's okay to sit there and be like, you know what, that's a good man, but that's somebody else's good man, not mine. And I ain't saying that about Tyler, because clearly he ain't a good man like that. But I'm just saying, to be in a space enough to know that there's something there that is just not for me, and I'm okay with not settling right now. And also be in a space of I'm okay with being with myself. Because a lot of times when you go out searching for what you think you want, you end up with what you don't want. And what you want can't find you because now you tied up in some BS. You know what I'm saying? But if you get yourself in a space where it is that I'm happy, I love myself, I love where I'm at right now, I'm okay with being alone with me, I don't feel lonely. That's like when a space, Everything in the world, some odd reason, everything in the world attracts yourself to you. And then while you're in that space of that, I'm being loving on myself, I'm being with me, myself, and I, and like the real me, myself, and I, loving myself. When you're in that space, you're also asking God, hey, give me good discernment, give me good judgment. Because once you're in that space of happiness, girl, everything attracts to happiness. Everything attracts to happiness. And so you're gonna get some Tylers, you're gonna get some errands, you're gonna get some Teds, you're gonna get some effed up things that you didn't really ask for. They're gonna come well packaged and all that stuff like that. But while you're in that space of loving yourself, you say, I need discernment on what aligns specifically to Jay. Not to El Cid, not to Adrian, not to Crazy Homebody, not to nobody else out here. What specifically aligns to Jay? And that person will come along. And when you're in such a happiness of bubble, you will automatically know who that person is, because that person will actually maintain and contribute to the happiness that you already feel with yourself. You will not, even when you're in that person's presence, you will not feel a burden or a need to entertain or do anything with that person. That person will be at your space, loving you at the rawest of forms of you. They're not going to love every single thing about you. It's kind of like right now in a phase, we're not perfect people. So it's almost impossible to love every piece about you. They're going to not like some parts of you. You're going to not like some parts of them, but they will accept you as you are. You will not have to conform or change for that person. You will not have to sacrifice your boundaries, morals, scruples. Like, you will not have to do any of those things for that person. That person will not do those things for you. If you find yourself entering relationships where you feeling like you have to change or you have to change that person, that is not your relationship. You have to be so comfortable with being alone in that space of saying, whatever happens for my life is okay. I'm okay with that. I'm happy that the life I have lived so far, I have no regrets. Anything else that comes to me is a blessing. This is the things that you kind of got to manifest in your life. Everything that comes to me at this point is now an extra blessing, because I am so happy with everything that God has done for me already. You're just overfilling my cup right now. I can't be sitting here harping on the love my mother didn't give. I can't sit here and think about the time my dad didn't come to my game. I can't be sitting here stressed off on that last Negro that did this, that, and the third to me. I cannot be in none of those spaces when I'm asking the universe to send me something good. Because if I'm stuck in all of those spaces, that good can come and I'm going to tarnish that good. I'm going to miss that good because I don't see it. I don't recognize that good because I don't know what it is. I have to be living in a space of, I already have that good and I just want more of it because it just feels so good. So I have to be in a good space myself. Ashley, unfortunately, she did not come to the show in a good space. She says she spent the time just casually dating, but while you were casually dating, did you casually date yourself? Is it awkward for you to go to the movies or on a date to the dinner by yourself? Do you feel some type of way when you sit and you watch all these other couples look happy and going on about your business? Can you sit there and just really in your heart say, you know what, congratulations to them. That's beautiful. And not even follow up, I want that someday. Not even follow up with that. Just congratulations to them. That is beautiful. I'm happy love exists in the world, even if it's temporary for them. I'm happy love exists in the world. Not put yourself in a comparison seat and sit there and say, I want that for myself. You don't know what they're going through. See, we manifest stuff like this a lot of time. We don't know exactly the ins and outs of people's relationship. We see them being all lovey-dovey, holding hands, kissing and frolicking all through this land and all this stuff like that. And we sit there and say, I want that type of relationship. Have no idea what their struggle is. But where universe hears you and say, okay, I'm going to send you that type of relationship. Then you got a Tyler. Then you got a Ted. Then you got an Aaron. Whoever the damn name is, you got that. Or the man you don't want. Everybody laugh at Sierra for writing a specific letter, but Sierra wrote a specific letter to what she wanted. You got to have a specific letter to what you want. In order to have that specific letter to what you want, you have to know yourself. That means you have to date yourself. Are you even a perfect candidate to date? You can say, I want all these things, and you ain't even right to be dating. You might need to just sit your butt on the bench for a while and just be like, damn, am I even dateable? Because do people want to put up with me and my BS? Am I healed enough to be in a relationship with somebody that is healing, that is already in their healing journey and further along than I am? Am I even in a space to accept that person so they can accept me back? I think my best years that I've ever had was my years not dating anybody. I felt so free in those days. Like it came because off the back of a really tumultuous relationship that I had or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? I need to sit down. I don't want to date nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody no more. And I was definitely one of those persons that would jump out of one relationship, jump into the next or whatever. And I started to slow down a lot after I had my daughter, but I would still kind of do it. You know what I'm saying? I think I just wouldn't give myself enough time. I get be like, oh, month or whatever. But I spent a good 2 to 3 years just not dating, like really at all, not talking to nobody, not doing any of this stuff. I would say probably talk. I might talk to you. That's about it. But not dating you. And we're not going out on no dates. We're not doing any of this stuff. I'm not fully entertaining you. I was in a space of I need to figure out who Jay is and why Jay keeps making these decisions. What is it about me that I attract this type of person? What is it about me I don't like about me that I need to change for me? Not wait till another person comes along and say, hey, you should work on that. I need to figure out what I should work on before they even tell me I should work on it so I can respond to them. I'm already working on it. It just takes a little time. I'm sorry that you caught me at a bad space. Maybe I'll circle back to you because maybe I'm just not ready for you. You got to be in enough space that you can actually say to a person, I see your greatness and I'm just not there. I want to be selfish with you, but I also don't want to ruin any chance that I could possibly have with you in the future. So you know what? Let me just go ahead and go. Let me just go ahead and walk myself out of here. Because it might not even be them. It might just be you. She's wise beyond her years and all this stuff like that, but you end up with a cheater in your very first relationship. And I'm not saying that's by your fault. But you stayed in that relationship long enough. Wisdom should have told you to cut it loose a long time ago. Wisdom should have said, this man is just not going to change after the second time you took him back. You know, I give you grace. If you want to give a man a chance, you can give him a chance. I'm not going to say not to. But after the second time you done caught him cheating, how did we get to years of cheating? Go ahead, let me fill up your cup again, sis. I'm just saying, I don't want to be like, I told you so, but wise counsel listens to other people. You take the good with the bad. You apply what applies to you, but you listen to everything. Some people just be talking. I could just be right now just talking. But something I might say may apply to somebody in my audience right now. And you'd be like, you know what? I hear Jay. I see what she's talking about. I might need to hear that out. We sit on these platforms. And the reason I don't necessarily like sitting on here by myself all the time and stuff, because I like bouncing off. My thoughts sound great to me because they're my thoughts. But I like hearing other people's perspective because it gives me a thought process of maybe my thoughts is not as secure, like they're not all flushed out as I think they are. Maybe I need to think about this a little bit better. Maybe I should just think about this other way of how I'm doing some things. And if I want to change those things, guess what? Jay changes those things. If I don't want to change those things, I heard it. I heard you. I could work on that, but I'm just not about to work on that right now. Like if we talk about me and my petty, I'll be saying I'm working on it, but it creep back in. And I'll just be like, okay, well, you know, today's a petty day. It is what it is. Some things may not change. And that might carry over into my relationship. But I know me enough to know that, you know what, I can come back to you and say, you know what, y'all, you know what, babe, I was having a petty date yesterday. And I probably shouldn't have said what I said, you know what I'm saying? Because I am trying to work on that. I am trying to work on not just sometimes it just come out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean for it just to come out. I almost caught it, but I didn't catch it. My bad. So that's where I'm at with Ashley right now. Is she wise enough to come back and say, my bad, y'all? I shouldn't have dismissed y'all so easily. Because some of y'all, though you don't know the man I know, some of y'all seen something I didn't see. Though you don't know me and what I need for my life, you was actually just looking out for me. Because the majority of the audience was just looking out for Ashley. Walking into a relationship with a man or a woman with multiple kids is a lot. Can you actually handle it? You need to sit down and ask yourself, can you actually handle the things that that person brings to the table? We like to ask all day long, what does a person bring to the table? Can you handle what they bring to the table, though? Not all of us can digest that everything that comes before us on a plate. Not all of us are not. Some of us is lactose intolerant. So if a person say, I bring milk to the table, can you even handle the milk? Is it going to disrupt your whole system or not? We so worried about what the other person doing, we don't even check on ourselves to see if this is something we are equipped to handle. When a person sit here and offers me lies, I'm going to tell you now, no, I can't handle it. Because you're triggering something that I still haven't fully worked on to sit there and give you enough grace to do it. So no, I can't handle being bold-faced lied to. I know this. That comes with a disclaimer with me. Can I handle cheating? Yes, I can. Do I want to? No, I don't. But I can handle it. I can handle that actually more than the lying part. That's the part that actually gets me in the whole cheating thing. So it's like you got to sit with yourself. And I feel like Ashley never sat with herself. So I'm hoping and praying at this time and place that she decides to sit with herself and not let her ovaries run and dictate her relationships. Girl, go do what Zayna did. Go freeze them things. Go freeze them eggs. Before that man run out your money, you don't have money to do it. I need to not be. See what I'm saying? The petty just be creeping out. I don't be trying to be like this, y'all. I promise. It's just the petty is strong within me. I'm just saying though, before that man run up your bank account, you should have went and freeze them eggs. Go ahead and spend some of that money on yourself, because from what we are hearing over there on the Ricky, well, that's not Ricky channel, the Jesse Wu channel with Ricky and Simone, is that he may be entitled to some stuff. Now, I personally am wondering, and I'm not a lawyer, but because they are tied into a contract that makes them have to kind of stay within a marriage, because we've seen this before with, I'm not going to remember that white couple name, but where we was just like, girl need to get out, but she didn't move in with him. She refused to kind of move in with him and stuff. I think they actually might still be together, to be honest with you, but we was kind of like, don't do it, reconsider. I'm wondering if, because the contract makes them kind of stay married for at least a year, if there's like a clause, even if outside of the bank account thing, because I can't do nothing of it. If you join bank account with a person, wow, that's an earthquake just now. Feel like a little shaking just happened. I have to check my reports in a second. But if you actually like share bank accounts with a person you don't know, that's crazy to me, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm wondering if, there's like a little clause in there for they don't have to like divvy up assets or whatever accrued during the marriage just because they are still under contract by television, that they have to keep this marriage in secret or whatever. And it's kind of unfair to them because they don't get, I know they sign up. Hear me out. I know they sign up for the show. So I know they're sacrificing a lot of their rights to be on this show. I'm just saying, I wonder if there's some type of clause or something in there because they don't technically know this person well enough that still gives them an out. So their assets, for at least the year that they're together, their assets do not have to be divided just because they're married and not based off of the state that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want what back? Return what to sender? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if like her, I wonder if she don't have to be garnished or whatever. That if there's something in there that she won't have to be garnished. Hopefully, there's something that she can do legally, saying, I'm bound by this contract, by the show, even though we may accrue assets together during this time. I don't know. I don't know what the ins and outs of that would be, but hopefully there's some type of protection just for this type of person's purpose, because at the end of the day, 6 weeks. I don't know this person, but then and then we okay. So I was about to say something else, but we in the United States don't really have a thing like blind marriages where or arranged marriages or whatever. We don't necessarily have that thing. So I know one can argue, well, it's kind of like an arranged marriage, and as soon as you're married, it is what it is. But because I signed a contract, I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm just hoping that sis can get out of it, not lose too much money. And I do agree with some of the people that's in the chat is I think she's only sticking by him because when people owe us money, we don't let them just go out our lives like that. I think she might be sticking by him in hopes to get some money back. But baby, I'm gonna tell you like this, like the people try to tell you before. It's a bunch of women out there still waiting to receive money from Tyler. Hell, the government is waiting to receive money from Tyler. Ma'am, chalk it up as a loss. Gift that. It's a gift. Move on with your life. Unfollow that man. Let that man go. File them papers. If you do not want to be with him anymore, file them papers. Where is Winter when you need her? Because I need her to sing her song. You need to file them papers. Good evening, Plain Janie. She don't even find the papers, okay? That's what I'm saying. Only give money when you can afford to, because it's a loss. It's a loss. You at this point you're gambling. So you're taking that chance. So just chalk it up that you lost at the craps table. You know what I'm saying? You lost a little 21, Poker was not your game. I don't know what it is. Just chalk it up as a loss. If ever you see that money again, it is now a blessing. We go back to everything that I received from this point on is now a blessing. So if you receive that money back from that man at some point later on down the road, great. I don't know. I mean, some people still follow each other, and I'm not going to hold her. You need to go ahead and file the papers. But some people still follow each other so they could just be cordial when they start going down proceedings. So it can still have this like a mutual understanding that we're going to try to get through this as soundly as possible. I don't know. I don't know what the reason of them still following each other is. Hell, I don't block my exes. I'm gonna let y'all know now. I don't block them. If they don't block me. We following each other still to this day. I'm not talking to them. I'm done. The only one I talk to is the only one that we had a good relationship and we ended on mutual terms. But I don't talk to my exes. But I also don't block them. So I don't really too much go off of she's still following them and that stuff. Social media is just as fickle as loyalty, child. 1 minute they following, the 1 minute they back home, next minute. It's like a Ray J and Princess relationship. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute we on, 1 minute we out. So I don't really go off of the social media thing. But the fact that you run into people to tell people that you have now made a decision. You just made a decision to get the divorce, but you ain't filed the paper. Girl, file the paperwork. Then come tell people, release that. Go ahead and release it. I filed the paper. You could have talked to people before. I don't care if you talk to people before and just be like, hey, hold this information a day. This is the day I'm going down there to file it. You can report right then I have filed. So there it shows right there I have filed. whether he is served or not, because he about to dodge some papers, child. That man is good for dodging some papers now. We already know. He gonna dodge them papers like he gonna dodge a rent note. Okay. I be trying not to be petty, y'all. I be trying. I can't help it. It's the fries. I'm gonna blame it on the fries. But that paperwork should be in. That paperwork should be in, and we should be going down proceedings with the legal team on how we gonna figure this out. That I lose less, because you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose something. You got to chalk it up at this point. You're going to lose something. So how do I take the least amount of damage? That's all you need to be going through right now. If he owe you money, he owe you money. That's what comes with covering your person so hard. Okay, that's what comes with covering your person so hard. They just gonna have to owe you. Okay, but you're here, and clearly the lies didn't stop. He's not going to do what you request of him to do. At this point, to be honest, me and Easton is on agreement on this part. Is that man ain't got a job. And the only reason I say this stuff is because if he's dodging paperwork, he's dodging his responsibility as far as custody goes. He's not going to want a documented paper trail of how much money he is spending. This is why he got on Lataria's platform and try to tell us about this business venture that he's entering in, that is somebody else's business, but he's running the business, meaning that he is getting paid under the table. He has a storefront name, but it's a shell business for Tyler. I don't know about that man's business. The man business might be a real legit business, but for Tyler, that's a storefront business that is just a shell of a business. Tyler is doing under the table type work at this point. Allegedly. Because I don't know that man's pockets. But allegedly, in my POV, that man is doing under the table work right now, getting paid like an illegal documented worker. Okay. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He got a job. Allegedly. So I get it. I get it. I don't think you just in it for the money or anything like that. I do think she was in it to find love. And it's nice to find love with a person that got money. I ain't gonna hold you. However, that man is dodging 3 responsibilities already. And I don't care how much good he talked to you, how much he made you feel like what you was lacking, but you should have filled that void with yourself. And I'm going to say it the same way I wrote it in Kojo's chat. He made her feel FEEL what she didn't feel FILL in herself. Had she felt the void of whatever it is that she was missing from her childhood, or thought she couldn't get or wouldn't get from a man, had she filled that void with self-love and God's love, Tyler couldn't have come along with the BS he came with to make her feel like he did something special. That man ain't did nothing but fill her coffee cup up every morning. And if we were to believe some of the exes that came forth, he might not have even been filling her hot pocket that great. I don't know, but maybe. You know what I'm saying? Everybody likes different things. So that ex might not have liked what he was packing, and actually might. I don't know. But he filled her. He wouldn't be able to fill her with anything had she filled herself already. Had she overfilled her cup already, he would not be filling from her. She would have known he was taken away. She would have known that he was taken away. But the show don't pry on people that's already filled their cup. There's very few people that slide through that process, that be on there and they come correct. You know what I'm saying? So she was a recipe for disaster from jump, because her wisdom has told her that she don't need to fill up herself with anything. Her wisdom has betrayed her in telling her that, I can be everybody's sounding board, but my own. Sometimes you gotta sit there and listen to your own counseling, but she wasn't doing that either. So there's that. So here we are. Me 40 minutes into this video saying, Ashley girl, I told you so. We're gonna drink to that. Now I'm not sure what she gonna do, y'all. I'm not sure she's gonna write a book, maybe a little screenwrite. You know what I'm saying? Start a women's movement group, you know, a YouTube channel. I don't know what she's gonna do. She's gonna do something soon. Y'all be on the lookout for Ashley, okay? She's gonna be marketing something about herself soon, trust. And if it's not a How to Survive Tyler documentary, I don't know what to tell her. I think that's her best bet to go down. But you know, I know Seaway and L said disagrees that I feel like there's gonna be plenty of people still, you know, on her bandwagon and all this stuff like that because she still got people campaigning for her. And the one thing I do disagree with Seaway on last night's conversation, I don't think it's necessarily because she won't get the backing because of her. Let me put it like this. So our conversation was about her backing and support going forth. Seaway has said it was about a color issue because she's not in the category of certain women that the public tends to back on a regular, meaning that, you know, her color feature is a little bit darker hue than most or whatever. However, in my eyes, I don't think it's a color issue so much or whatever, because aesthetically, Ashley still has the European features. And right now, there's a lot of people that's loving on Black women secretly, regardless if they want to say it out loud or not, but they loving on Black women and stuff, especially when they hold European features still. She still has European features. She is still a very beautiful girl. She's still curvy. I think the only holdback that a lot of people and hesitation a lot of people have on supporting her through this whole actual issue is her attitude. Ashley will have to come back with a humble attitude and sincerely give like real apologies to 1, Bri, 3, them kids. 4, she can give it to us, but you know, it'll just be here and there because some people are gonna accept it, some people are not, or whatever. But I think she has to come back with a very humble attitude for majority of the women or people, period, that was rooting for Ashley to come back, because her attitude through the Nick Val stuff, her attitude through most of her other interviews afterwards and all that stuff was straight trash. She had a very elitist attitude for somebody so wise. Her best bet actually was to probably even in as people, and unless they left it out, this thing is, you know, is if she want us to respect her privacy and all of that, it was to even apologize to that in that article. Yeah, for sure. Because the way that you spoke on them kids, and I know I'm doing it like now with them kids or whatever and stuff like that, but I didn't have an attachment to that man or Bri or anything like that. Anybody in relationship to them kids, I don't have an attachment to, but you did. And at the end of the day, he might not respect his kids, but you could have. Personally, I just don't. I assumed honestly when it came to them kids and all that stuff, and Ashley, she didn't want none of her own. When she sat there and said that she wanted kids in her own family, it shocked me because the way you carried on about this man who rejects, especially 2 of the 3, because I'll give him the first. I'll give him the first. But the other 2, the twins, you made them. You purposely made them, sir. Regardless if it was by accident or whatever, you purposely entered that woman's cooch and made them kids. So for you to sit here and act like they are no parts of you, I couldn't even respect that man enough to be with him. I don't care. Let me not say I don't care, because I do care. Because I do feel like you should have a relationship with your kids, especially because I come from a household where my daddy was a rolling stone, so to speak. So I do feel, and my daddy has always been, you gonna know your siblings. He's always kept it together. So I do lean with a bias on that regard. Hey, Seaway. I do lean with a bias on that regard. So I am going to be on that stance of, you need to be with your kids in some way or form or whatever, or you need to have formed some type of relationship, even if you didn't have it back in the day. You need to form some relationship. I'm always going to encourage you. You might not be with me, but I'm still going to encourage you. You need to form some type of relationship with your kid as a man, because your kid at the end of the day still needs you. I don't know how she got to a space to even say, let me be with a man who's talking about he's donating these kids like this, and you are still not curious on having a relationship with these kids. Now, this is where I sit there and say, he withheld this lie, but then she got on these platforms with her attitude and just downplayed all the lies that was said. Exactly, Seaway. Downplayed all the lies that was said or whatever. Didn't want to hear it. Oh, he don't have a relationship. Okay, he don't have a relationship, but explain why pictures of him, not with the kids as a baby. That's one thing. That's one thing, because Bri is your friend. But pictures of you interacting with the kids as years goes on. And then he got on the platform and told all of us, "Oh, I hang out with all my kids." You know, he had the Tyrone scratch from Dave Chappelle. He was like, "Yeah, I hang out with all my friends' kids." Well, show us pictures of you with all your friends' kids in holiday outfits, matching holiday outfits together. Show us pictures of you. Oh, French fry, try to take me out. No, French fry, don't take me out. It's too soon. Oh, Eloise, I'm coming. Oh, the French fry trying to take me out. Whew. But show us pictures of you at the pumpkin patch with your friends' kids. We need to see those pictures. I need the proof, because ain't no way this man gonna sit here and tell me you the donor of these kids and we not have real deep conversations. I would have put the whole marriage on hold. I understand y'all want me to go to the end with this show and all this stuff like that. But surprise, 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 surprise. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I like you. I might even like you a lot. But we still need to talk, because it's still not sitting right. You telling me that these kids, you donated 2 times to the same person? Donated once. Okay, I can give you a pass on that. Twice to the same person? Okay, no. No, I'm not ignoring it. I'm not ignoring it. I'm not. Even if I did choose to still marry you, I'm not ignoring it to the fact that I'm going to get on somebody's platform and tell the internet I know more than it. Tell the people, y'all don't know this man like I know this man. That's one thing I ain't never did. You know, back, especially in high school, you used to have girls come up to you, because I dated like some of the star athletes sometimes. So you'll have girls come up to you, tell you about your man, all this stuff like that. And they face it'd be like, yeah, you're not about to tell me about my man or whatever. But in the back of my mind is, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit. Cause why, if you was a good dude, why is this girl even have the audacity to come up and try to tell me information about you? Ain't no way. Ain't no way she should be able to come and tell me anything about you if you ain't gave her even a bit of conversation for her to come to me with. Ain't no way. So now I gotta question you. Because why is she in my daggone face? If you cheating, why you ain't got your stuff in order so I don't know about it? I gotta question you. I ain't never about to sit here and be like, oh, she just lying. She just a hater. She lying. You know, that's why she gonna be alone by herself. That's why she ain't got no man, all this stuff. Like, I ain't never sat there and did none of that. I hear you, girl. But right now, that's my man. So I'm gonna have a conversation with my man. And if I feel okay about what he says to me after the conversation, it is what it is. Please move on. That's how my wisdom is set up. My wisdom's gonna listen to the people that's still around me and discern from there. Because some of them people was actually right when they told me that stuff. Some of them people actually did have a full relationship that I had to find out about when I asked that man. I'd be a fool not to sit here and listen to a woman that's coming to me telling me about my man, regardless of the situation. I've never understood that. Y'all like, people would be wanting to shoot the messenger. Like, I see people lose friendships. Like I said, I've had to, I told last night, I had to step back from my own friendship myself because my friend just didn't want to listen. And I didn't want to be the reason why her relationship ended. Although I secretly wanted to be the reason why it ended. Because I wanted her to know the truth. But when she refused to listen to me, I backed up. I said, okay, it is what it is. I love you, but I'm going to back up. All right, Mom, be safe out there. I'm going to back up a bit. I love you, but I'm going to back up a bit or whatever and let you find out your thing. But I did my job as a friend. I told you. Because this was a situation. I was dating the best friend. And here's how they even went out. It even played out. I found out my dude was cheating on me by her dude. I happened to call her dude up looking for her, like, hey, where are such and such at or whatever and stuff. He like, oh, she whatever. Where my boy at? Ain't you with my boy? I was joking. Here's how I was joking. Literally said, oh, he with his other chick. This fool replies back, oh, you know about her. My wisdom said, yeah. He like, oh, you cool? I said, I can't hold him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he want to do. So this fool is snitching on his own boy. That right there was like, yeah, nah. Bestie. That alone, I didn't even have proof this Negro was doing something. It came out later he was too doing something, but I didn't even have proof at the time. I was just like, you just don't even hold bro code right. He ain't right. He ain't right. Bestie didn't want to hear it. A few other people came up to her. I think the girl even came up to her before and told her. She didn't want to hear it. It's like, okay, we can't do nothing about it. Just like Ashley can't do nothing about it. Only for it to come back later on and be like, yeah, y'all was right. But see, my friend ain't never came at me with an attitude, that's my nigga, you don't know nothing about him. She just didn't want to hear what I said. She never came at me like I know everything about this nigga. Don't tell me nothing about it. The decision for us to not talk was more so on my part or whatever. She never just like, I'm not effing with you. You just a hater. None of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I watched it. It was great. Same thing. It was the same situation. Like, you know what I'm talking about. To you, it's the same situation. It was just like, it. But sometimes that person just got to see it on their own. And you be blinded by they be blinded by the love. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But my friend ain't never came in with me with a nasty attitude. So I say all that to say is that the attitude that Ashley was carrying I think is the reason why a lot of people are just not going to back her. And I don't know if you was here, Seaway, when I said it, but I was saying I don't agree with the colorism part of it, of why people won't back her. I think it's really because of her attitude. Her attitude plays into the stereotypic category of colorism of, Black women, especially dark skinned Black women, have this aggression, have this attitude and stuff. Her attitude was definitely on that 10. But I think more so people are not going to back her because of the attitude she actually carries. She carried an elitist attitude when it came to us. Oh, we all single. It was married people telling her, people in long-term relationships telling her, people engaged telling her, you know what I'm saying? People happy in their relationship, not dealing with all this BS of a secret family and none of this stuff like that, telling her. But we was all single, miserable people in her eyes that ain't never gonna have a relationship, never gonna be happy because we are telling her, sis, slow down. Some of us told her to run, but some of us just was like, sis, slow down in this mission. Ain't no pressure. You ain't got to do it. Only for her to come back on these platforms afterwards and tell us that she went against her own code and still double down. It was like, well, I know I turned down this one man who only had the one kid and ended up with the man with the 3 kids, but that's still my man. So F all y'all. Wise people listen to counsel. Wise people do not turn down counsel with a nasty attitude. I'm on my way to getting blocked, y'all. I wasn't blocked, but I might be getting blocked after there. I might be blocked. It don't even matter. But if sis don't listen, that even the wisest people need to study more. The wise man knows he knows nothing at all, meaning he listens to everything. A person that's a know-it-all is not wise. She act like a know-it-all. That's the attitude she came with. That's the reason why a lot of people is not backing her right now. That's the reason why we sit here highlighting most of her flaws and mistakes in this whole thing instead of focusing on Tyler, who is the problem. Because she came to us with a know-it-all attitude because she spent 6 weeks with that man. Half the time wasn't even face to face. And because they put themselves in a little blissful bubble for the year or so after, we don't know shit. Somehow the internet found this whole man's family before the show even wrapped, but we don't know shit. We got to see him do and say things that she didn't get to see and do. But because they had the little off-script conversation and she said, hey, we got to bring it back. Let's not forget about that. She brought this on herself. They had the conversation off air. They had the conversation without us even being present. She said, no, we got to do it again. Run it back with the cameras because it would do a disservice to the audience. She was looking out for us, y'all. Then she told us to mind our damn business. You see it? She put us in her business to tell us to mind our damn business. She made us privy to all of her business, but told us to mind our damn business because don't forget, she brought this to us. She told us that she told the cameraman, hey, run it back. He just told me some stuff. That's what I'm saying. If y'all, I don't know if it's going to be a book. I don't know if it's going to be a screenplay. You know what I'm saying? It might be a one-person stage show. I really don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. It's going to be something. Because this whole time, she's been in the back producing this whole thing. So, in the course of her producing this show that she got going on, us people that's out here doing these YouTube videos and all this stuff, talking about it, get your coin, baby. Because, Ashley is a script that keeps on giving, baby. She gonna keep giving y'all, some coin. Y'all get your coin. I'm not even mad. But my fry's starting to get cold. I only got a little bit left anyway. And we just finished that last bottle off the middle shelf. I'm not busting up another bottle for Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna shut up and mind my business now that I got me a little tea in my system. I'm gonna shut up and mind my business until the next thing she do wrong. Okay. So when we find out that she actually filed, or they actually back together and they decide, to work it out, because her loyalty kicked back in. She back loyal again, we'll be back. We'll come back. We'll reconvene, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll see which shelf we go on to, We might have to get some top shelf for the next thing she do. I don't know. But until then, until next time, y'all have a safe day. You tend to you, I'll tend to me, we'll tend to we. Okay. Ashley right now is down 1, but we up 3. Cheers to you in another round with me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a great day. Bye.